What's up, JD Aliens? Look, man, I know what you're thinking. Man, he's doing another Tribit speaker. Look, I can't help it if they keep making good shit.
Let's do it.
Let's take a look at the Tribit XSound Go. This is the baby boy of the speaker family. Let's get this thing open, man. Yeah, there's some tape for Mr. Meat to get into right there. Just a simple unboxing. Let's throw that to the side, because all these speakers tend to have the same stuff, and this thing is so tiny and cute. So it's it's less than hand length. You can see it right there. And I can actually, man, I can almost wrap my whole fingers around that mug. And yeah, it's just a tiny version of the Max Sound Plus, man. This is so cool. I do see that it does not have the X bass on here though, right off the top. So let me get in here and see what the charging port is. Oh man, we got a micro USB right there, and then we have an aux cable that goes in. Looking into the grill here, I can see two little drivers right there, and I'm gonna take a wild guess and say there's some type of bass radiator right behind that Tribit branding right there. On the top, you got your standard layout, which is your power with an LED next to it. You got your Bluetooth, play and pause, and plus and minus, which will be up and down for your volume and tracks and stuff like that. Man, this thing is just a tiny little version of the Max Sound Plus. Let's get it paired up. All right, I got it connected, and you know I've been on my Ryan Little kick, so here's Don't Act Tough. Hey man, what can I say? Tribit keeps doing it, man. They just make good stuff and it makes me smile. Do you see my face right now? Like when that beat dropped, I started smiling because it thumps so hard for such a little speaker, man. It's tiny, but it has big sound. Oh man, let me get some more of that. All right, I know what y'all are thinking. Well, how does this compare to the Max Sound Plus and the Storm Box? Well, luckily I got the Max Sound Plus right here, and I got a Storm Box right here. So let's just test all three of them out real quick. But before we get into that, let's do a little bit of a size comparison. So here's the Papa Bear right here. It's the Tribit Max Sound. And this thing has got some weight compared to this one. You see about that much difference in length right there. And then you got a little bit more height on there as well. So it is definitely a smaller speaker for all dimensions, and you can see there's not as many bass radiators, and it's kind of amazing because it packs almost as much thump. But let's go ahead and run that song back. That way we can get ourselves a good sound comparison. Let me get this one turned on and paired up. Man, that thing thumps, man. This thing is actually not even that big itself, but it's got big speaker sound. Okay, so as you can hear, you get a significant increase in volume and thump, and even a little bit more clarity coming from the Max Sound Plus, which I would hope so, because this thing is a little beast, man. But this one is no slouch right here, man. It definitely holds its own weight. But now I'm guessing you wondering, how does it sound next to the Storm Box here? So let's go ahead and run that test real quick. Okay, look, there's just no contest, okay? While this thing holds its own and it sounds fantastic sitting there by itself, it does not compare to the sound quality of these two. And to be honest with you, my favorite of the two, it's still a tough competition, man. They sound very similar. I think the Max Sound Plus actually sounds a little bit better. I just like the form factor and durability of this one right here. But if you're looking for something on a nice tight budget and you want some really good sound, I think this is a formidable opponent to any other speaker you're gonna throw at it, man. It definitely packs a lot of thump for its size. I mean, seriously, look at it. It's smaller than my hand. So yeah, you just heard the Tribit XSound Go, which is the younger sibling to the Max Sound Plus, and the Storm Box here. Man, I got all these speakers. And the Storm Box here, and that's how they compare. Yeah, there's really no comparison, but I know some people, when you look on the website, it's hard to tell the difference between the sizes. Let me show you these sizes again. It's hard to tell the difference between the sizes and what they're actually gonna bring to the table. So y'all can look at the specs of each one to see battery life and like max output and all that kind of stuff right there. But this is the difference in between all three sizes and, you know, shapes and stuff like that. Because I know that stuff is really hard to compare from pictures online. So I figured I'd do this for y'all. Anyways, man, I ain't no expert on this kind of stuff. I just like playing music really loud, like so I can go deaf for you guys. If you had a good time running these quick tests with me, make sure you throw those emoji hands up in the comment section, and I'll see y'all at the next one. Hey, where you going? No. Sit back down. We got to talk about this. You didn't have a good time? All right then, hit the subscribe button. There you go. Reach down there. There you go. And then hit the bell because you need to know when I'm opening up more new stuff. You got to come right back here and check this stuff out. Now, don't you feel like a better human being? All right, I knew you would. All right, man, I'll see you soon.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?